YouTube is good. It's HYB. If you're not handling your business and what you're doing, today we about to, I don't know what we got today, but look, it's gonna be fire. It's gonna be a fire tutorial or something for y'all. I got a pretty booked out day, maybe. Well, it's a little booked out, not too much. But I'm gonna take one of my clients, do a little tutorial for y'all, a little walkthrough. I don't know what it's gonna be on. Might be a full tutorial this time. Who knows? Try thinking about the the man bun. Make my head look small, big. Try to think. But look, we about to go in there. We about to have some fire content. Y'all stay tuned. Get better. Let's get better. You, me. Let's get better together. Let's go in there. Let's get it done. So we're gonna kick this video off by combing out the client set. As you can see, it's a lot of hangover, man. Looks like he hasn't got cut in like months. But now we're gonna you know, water the hair, damp the hair, so we can start our sectioning process. And while we're sectioning, the only thing we were doing here is kind of sectioning the top from the bottom, because we do want to keep the top pretty long, which we're going to texturize. And then the bottom will separate the part that we're going to cut with the clippers, and then the part that we're going to cut with shears and texturize. So after you made a nice part, you want to clamp it. Use your clampers, or I know they got them little Velcro clamps. You want to put that in the hair, and then you want to start you know, cutting the hair. Simple process. Now look, right here we debulking with a number 3 guard. We just debulking with a number 3 guard, making sure we could you know, set in all our guidelines, be able to see all our guidelines underneath the 3 guard when we set them in. And that's all we're doing right now. And for y'all that's not used to cutting straight hair, it just takes time. It takes a little bit of practice. It's not really much different from coarse hair if you just follow your steps. Well, what I use the same exact you know, the lever opening steps, lever close, go to the next guard underneath it, take the lines out and stuff like that. But with straight hair, it's kind of like I don't use really much of my corners at all with my straight hair, and it comes out pretty good. When I take out lines, I don't use no corners or nothing like that. I feel like that kind of messes up the blend. It's kind of like a hovering type thing, if I want to say. I'm not really sure how I want to put that, but it's kind of like you have to hover. But yeah, all we're doing right here is just debulking. Now right here with our trimmers, we will set in our first guideline with our trimmers, and we're using our low pros with the Gore FX blade on now. You can use any trimmers, and then we're going to debulk a little bit more with our half guard, with our 1.5 guard. Now we're gonna start our fading process, and what we're doing right here, it was with the lever all the way open, and then we're just gonna fade all that out till we close our lever all the way. And when we close our lever, we will reach the bottom of the table. And this is something new for this client. He did come to me one time before this, but he's been going to somebody and they just been giving him like one of them shear or scissor cuts, and it's pretty boring, no flair to it or nothing like that. So he came to me asking for a little bit more flair. I want to say it was time for him to, you know, upgrade his barber. And now we're just taking on 1 guard, and all we're doing is working from no guard all the way up to a 3 guard. That's all we're doing. Don't want to go no high. We won't be able to use no 5 guard or, you know, nothing like that. That'll ruin the blend. We're just taking our time and making sure everything is nice and laid down and blended. Now we got our half guard on after we set our 1 guard guideline, and we're just working down anything below that, taking out any areas that we might, you know, see dark areas at. And now we're gonna start, you know, fading down with our number 2 guard. And y'all I've been practicing this in my shop recently, just fading down. But I haven't been doing it like this kind of. I've been setting in the first guideline, and then you know, I might debulk with a 3, or if I'm doing coarse hair, or 1.5 or 1 guard or something like that. and I'm just fading down from that point on. Um, it's kind of weird to me fading down, but I heard it preserves a lot of the hair that's supposed to stay right there. So if y'all want to try that, or y'all want me to make a tutorial on that, I will, if needed. But I'm just letting y'all know I've just been trying, you know, some new things, seeing if it works. It's always good to try new things. Take everything with a, I think the saying is a grain of salt. Not everything everybody put out there is good information, you know, real and stuff like that. So I'm just trying out things. You want to be open to new things, kind of like how the older barbers nowadays, they're so against enhancements, but the world is steady evolving. I wonder, like I was thinking, like earlier this week, look, the video, like all I'm doing right now, this is kind of sped up, but this is showing y'all the whole entire process. It's gonna be sped up in a few more seconds, but it's just basically showing you the whole entire process without any cutscenes or anything like that. But I was thinking, like a couple of days ago, last week, like 4 years from now, how far will the Barber game like evolve? I think the enhancements been around for like what, 6 years or so like that, and we've come a long way with enhancements and stuff like that, and they still have, I guess, old heads or older people that's against it. But if you don't learn to adapt with the world, if you don't learn to do what we're doing nowadays, then you're just gonna be a memory. You're just gonna be left behind. And all the newer barbers like me, man, we gonna come in there. We just gonna be, I don't know the correct term about it, but we just gonna, you know, take over. It's just like a go pass, a green light to just go and take over, because y'all want to adapt or y'all want evolve. And in like 10 years, if you're still doing barbering, or 5 years, you don't want to be that person that's still stuck in your ways. Now, like, let's say for instance, not wanting to use enhancements and everybody around you using enhancements. Yo, I could cut hair. I'm pretty sure most people, I'm gonna say most people, because I do see some young dudes, even older people, they be putting all enhancements on people's hair, and they be all dark and all discolored looking. The skin of the person, they might be light skinned with like dark enhancements, or even like a brown colored person, they be have like dark enhancements. Or, you know, a lighter color person, it be like so dark around the lineup and stuff like that. It just looks, you can tell that it's just not the barber skill. It's just, you know, just enhancements. You can tell it's just enhancements covering up whatever. If they take a shower the next day, the person won't have that lineup or haircut no more. They'll look like a yesterday's haircut probably looks like a week's old haircut. But y'all don't wanna be that person. Y'all always wanna adapt. It's always good to try new things, but take everything with a grain of salt. Now right here, we about to clip over comb. When we were just seeing, you know, what we was putting everything in its right path, where you know, naturally lays. So we won't cut nothing that, you know, that we don't want to cut. Because if we make a mistake and cut something from the front, then the front's gonna look weird. If you cut something from the back's gonna look weird. We just want that right with it. We just want everything right where it's comfortably sitting at, and that's all we're doing. And this isn't clip over comb. I use clip over comb to get the shape. I use shears to blend the line in. If you don't know how to use shears, get better with shears. They're gonna be your friend. They're gonna be your best friend when it comes to straight hair. And now we're gonna make a lineup for the front, but remember, we do want a messy top. You want to texturize the top already, but it will be texturized, so you don't want it too, I don't know, this is the first time y'all probably gonna hit this, but you don't want the lineup to be too perfect. I know it might sound weird, but at the end of the video, y'all gonna see what I'm talking about. It's gonna make all the difference in the haircut, just for the messy top look. Most people do the front of the lineup with shears and stuff like that, texturize and everything, and just leave it there. But I like to line it up, especially when I'm doing cuts like Edgar's or cuts like this. But you don't want it too perfect. You just want it, you know, just for everything to be somewhat even in the front. And then we're gonna set in our C cups on the side, because it is like a mid taper. It's like a mid taper, mullet in the back. Client wanted something new, we gave him that. And all we're doing, we're just adding our product while styling product that we had, you know, that we're gonna use to get the texturized popping. Had to adjust the neck strip right there. And this is the before right here. As you can see, he came in looking rough, very rough, hangover everywhere and everything like that, man. Just look at him and watch the transformation. Nice haircut, nicely cut, blurry, nicely this is kind of a different type of, I don't know, this kind of a different type of mullet slash taper slash texturized. I don't know, just look how it's texturized almost. But I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. I don't know what's wrong with my speech right now. But look, HYB, handle your business, whatever you do, and we out.